Obviously, she is a princess, but she's quite a tomboy. She loves climbing trees and she's very much an adventurer. I think she was quite known for her feisty personality.
If there ever were a need for a 10-year-old girl with serious leadership qualities, no one could look past Princess Charlotte, the vibrant daughter of the heir apparent and Duke of Cambridge, Prince Williams. In the grand scheme, the princess has always found a way into being the media attraction, from championing charities to calming a King's Guard's disturbed horse. How did she come by this confidence? Could she be a favorite for the position of Princess Royal? Join us as we discuss Princess Charlotte's ever-growing confidence, early life and family influence. The influence of the British royal family cannot be overstated. However, the importance seems to be waning, as they seem to have little spats like the rest of us. Running on taxpayers' bills, a conversation might need to be had about whether their importance outweighs their influence, or if there is a light at the end of their tunnel, like Princess Charlotte making all the waves now. Born on May 2, 2015, Princess Charlotte is a member of the British royal family. She is the second child of Prince William and Catherine, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Talking about being born into celebrity status, her birth was marked by rounds of gunshots fired at planned intervals. Coupled with pink markings on the major landmarks of London, announcing her birth. Her name was cherry-picked from the very top of the pile, with affiliations to her grandfather, King Charles III, her great-grandmother Diana, and her grandmother Elizabeth. Hence, on May 4, 2015, she was announced as Charlotte Elizabeth Diana. As is tradition, on the 5th of July, she was christened by the Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, at St. Mary Magdalene Church, Sandringham.
Just want to bring you the latest pictures we have now of Princess Charlotte's christening, the royal family leaving the church there on the Sandringham estate. Hundreds of well-wishers have turned out today to see the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge.
While it used to be tradition to homeschool a royal, Charlotte happens to be born into the house of the royal family's first-ever trendsetter on schooling away from home and mixing it up with people from all walks of life while getting an education. Hence, she was also put through her paces at Wilcox Nursery School in January 2018. However, the next year, she joined her older brother George at Thomas's School in Battersea.
The first day is very exciting.
Where she was known as Charlotte Cambridge. In 2022, she became old enough for an independent preparatory school, which she attended with her brothers, George and Louis. The crown's weight came crashing heavily on her young shoulders, as she is now within the ranks of succession after her grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, died on the 8th of September 2022. On the day her grandfather succeeded to the throne, she became third in line to the throne, even though she might never get a sniff, owing massively to being second-born. However, it could have been a lot worse, as there was a time in England when the throne was only available to the female child if the monarch had no male heir. Speaking of gender, what happens to her further down the line when the inevitable happens and her brother ascends the throne at a point? Succession. The British Royal Court. Back in the day, mainly before 2011, the monarchy favored the importance of having a male heir apparent and discarded the females. However, the change of fortune became a reality in 2011 when the Perth Agreement was made in Australia. The document agreed that the prime ministers of 16 states known as the Commonwealth Realms would amend their laws concerning the succession of their shared throne, where male preference was highly in vogue. Queen Elizabeth II, being the monarch at the time, made it even easier. However, just like Princess Charlotte couldn't choose her parents, she is also incapable of choosing when to be born. Being the second child automatically nullifies her from being the heir apparent to the British throne. But it seems that there might be some silver lining in the end. There is no greater honor than being at the top of the food chain as king or queen. Rumor has it that she could be treading a path that leads her to take over from Princess Anne, her grand-aunt, as Princess Royal. What exactly is the Princess Royal's position about, anyway? The Princess Royal. Owing to the customs and practices of the British royal family, the male child has always been favored more than the female. However, in 1642, they tried to pay some homage to the firstborn daughters by giving them the title of Princess Royal. While the functions attached to this office are ceremonial, it is a highly revered position among the British royal family ranks. The title came to England when Queen Henrietta Maria, daughter of Henry IV, the King of France, decided to imitate the honor given to the first daughter of the King of France, the Madame Royale. Thus, when she had Princess Mary in 1631, she decided to give her a title befitting of being the first daughter since, owing to her gender, she would never be queen. In 1642, Princess Mary was named Princess Royal, making her the first of her kind. However, here is the cracker with the position. Even though it is customarily given to the first daughter of the royal family, it must be earned. Since it is the position mainly for the first daughter from the royal family, there might be a sense of security added to it. Still, Princess Mary ensured that the first daughters in the next generation had to work for it, meaning being the first daughter alone just doesn't cut it, and someone more deserving can have the title. The current holder of the title is Princess Anne, Charlotte's grandaunt, who had lived quite the life before she was endowed with the title. What exactly made the princess worthy of the title? Princess Anne, the Princess Royal. Born on August 15, 1950, Anne, Princess Royal, is a member of the British royal family. She is King Charles III's only sister and the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. Born third in the British throne's line of succession, Anne is currently ranked 17th. Since 1987, she has retained the title of Princess Royal for life. Born at Clarence House, Anne attended Benenden School for her education before beginning her royal responsibilities as an adult. After earning 2 silver medals at the European Eventing Championships in 1975 and 1 gold medal in 1971, she rose to prominence as an equestrian. In 1976, she made history by being the first British royal to compete in the Olympics. The Princess Royal joined the International Olympic Committee in 1988. Not only does she organize charities and decorate soldiers with medals of honor, but she also performs official duties and engagements in place of the monarch.
To the veterans, I would say your courage and skill in battle was thoroughly tested and found to be exemplary, and this nation owes you all a huge debt of gratitude.
The princess has never been one to let her gender dictate what she is capable of. She was certain she could engage in even men's favorite sports and do as well as they did. She started horseback riding in the 60s and finished 4th at the Russell Horse Trials in the spring of 1972. In 1971, she was chosen as the BBC Sports Personality of the Year after winning the individual title at the European Eventing Championship with her homebred horse doublet.
Be your trademark in all your coming events, and may you go on to bigger and better victories, and we hope a gold medal in the Olympic Games.
She also competed in horse racing, winning the Diamond Stakes at Royal Ascot and the Grand Military Steeplechase at Sandown Park Racecourse. Anne also participated for the British eventing team for almost 5 years, and in the 1975 European Eventing Championship, she won silver in both the individual and team events. She rode the Queen's horse Goodwill in the 1976 Olympic Games in Montreal the following year as a member of the British team. Halfway through the course, Anne sustained a concussion, but she got back up and completed the event.
Princess Anne is in hospital with concussion tonight after apparently being injured by a horse while walking on her estate in Gloucestershire yesterday. Buckingham Palace says the princess, who's 73, is expected to make a full recovery.
She said she couldn't recall doing the remaining jumps. 2 horses had injuries, forcing the British team to withdraw from the competition. Having competed 5 times between 1971 and 1979, she placed 4th in the badminton horse trials in 1974 and 6th in 1979. She was quite the athlete, and she loved her sports. Hence, it is no surprise that she backs women to give sports a go. Princess Anne was a completely different person back in the day. She wasn't the stay-at-home princess who weighed her fortunes and counted how many glass slippers she had in the castle. She was very hands-on. In fact, from a rather young age, she had such passion that pushed her to follow her parents on assignments of the crown. She was in tune with the leadership and saw how they ran every realm under their command. She developed a keen sense of leadership and responsibility from a young age, earning her the right to the Princess Royal title. However, she is now a very accomplished and very old woman. A 76-year-old gazelle, to be precise. Rumor has it that she has kept her ears to the ground in hopes of whispers of the next best thing out of the royal family. A superstar jewel of the British crown, glitterati. There seem to be rumors of Princess Charlotte and her good works flying around, even at the young age of 9. While the next successor is ultimately crowned by King Charles III, surely a nod of recognition and acceptance from someone like Princess Anne is priceless. What exactly has Charlotte done to be in the good books of the princess? Princess Charlotte, a future Princess Royal in the making. Despite her parents' best efforts to keep Charlotte out of the spotlight for all reasons, she can't stop being in the news for some good deed she has done. Somehow, the spotlight seems to come looking for her, no matter how well she is hidden. This then begs the question: must she be kept away from the media if she will always make newsworthy events? Charlotte is a Gen X royal who enjoys the media frenzy and knows how to navigate it professionally. At such a young age, she has tried her hand at quite several things, including fashion. For a rather small lady, she causes a lot of waves. The oceans of the fashion world are quite deep, but she seems to swim in them easily. Recently, social media has had a video compilation of her appearances at different noteworthy events and how iconic her dress sense was. The video contains random clips from the wedding of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry in May 2018 at St. George's Chapel, Windsor Castle. Also, there were short clips of her at the coronation of her grandfather, King Charles III, the funeral of her great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, and her pictures at Wimbledon, watching an afternoon of tennis. Brand Finance has previously claimed that she is the richest child in the world. However, that fact is taken with a very sizable pinch of salt, as no one can either say for sure or guarantee the value of her assets. Also, toy companies like Outdoor Toy have used this data to estimate the value Charlotte might add to the economy in the future, and gave her an estimated worth of over $5 billion. Aside from fashion, she seems to have more layers to her persona. On December 11, 2023, she made the decision to volunteer at a baby bank, where she picked out Christmas gifts for those in need.
Here, there's lots of people who give up their time, and there are lots of volunteers who come and help out. And so you're the volunteers for this evening.
Right, you ready?
What we would like you to do is try and choose some presents.
However, she didn't do this task alone, as she had the support of her brothers, the Princes George and Louis. They helped her and egged her on as she sifted through the toys in hopes of finding the perfect Christmas gift for the perfect kids. While she got stuck in with only the mission of creating a memorable holiday for other kids, her mother Kate watched on with the smile of a proud parent, while also setting the prince, George, apart, explaining why he has been asked to pick out new toys for kids who might be needy. Kate called all of her kids together and assured them that they were making the right decision by helping society as much as they could. However, rumor has it that Charlotte didn't need any convincing. It almost seemed like she had it all figured out and knew exactly when her next moves were. Her keen sense of leadership, attention to detail, and a serious social media presence at such a young age, without really trying, seemed to have brought good offers to her table at such an age. It would seem that Princess Anne has also been watching on with keen interest in seeing if she's worth being the Princess Royal, and so far, she has been impressed. While we have seen Princess Charlotte's kindness and happiness shine at the forefront, is there a chance that she could handle an even more slightly volatile situation? Mysterious 9-year-old calms a King's Guard's horse. Charlotte seems to fall into the category of people who surprise you daily and do things that make everyone go, "Wow, since when could she do that?" For a bit of context, everyone knows it isn't particularly news that the King's Guard secured Buckingham Castle from a possible breach. While they might look good sitting on their high horses, they aren't allowed the privilege to get friendly with a bystander, as the horse might bite the innocent bystander too. While there has been so much talk about her charity work and how happy she looks while doing it, as she grows older, she seems to have found new confidence and is actively trying new things. 9 months ago, there were visual reports of an unlikely sighting of Princess Charlotte doing the impossible. A King's Guard's horse seemed to be rather in discomfort, and some eyewitnesses describe it as a possible saddle issue or just the horse having a bad day. It's a royal horse after all. The horse was repeatedly whining, and seemingly the King's Guard seemed to have lost control of the situation. But a beautiful 9-year-old child took matters into her own hands, doing something never done before. She reportedly grabbed the King's Guard's beautiful horse and found a way to calm it down after several bouts of hand rubs on the nose and a bit more cuddling. Such bravery is nearly unexpected, especially from a 9-year-old who has been rumored to be Princess Charlotte. While no one seemed sure enough of the identity of this beautiful horse whisperer, the rumor is taken with a grain of salt. However, Charlotte's recent vocal approach to life and her grandaunt being a seasoned equestrian add a bit of context and verisimilitude to the story. But how does a girl as young as Charlotte find it easy to navigate such heavy situations, whether it is about calming a horse or appearing with such poise in public? Princess Charlotte's royal charm, a diplomat in the making. Charlotte has shown passion and poise beyond her age when appearing in the public eye. She seems to understand her role as the first daughter of the heir apparent, even though she is barely 10 years old. While some attribute her sense of responsibility and character to her parents, governesses, and teachers, others claim it to be an innate ability that she was born with. After all, you only have the IT factor if you do. There is no faking it. Her incredible poise has come with immaculate confidence, exuding profusely around her and protecting her pride and status like a halo around a radiant crown. Her appearance in high-level functions, such as the coronation of her grandfather in 2024, was rather stunning.
Louis having some fun with his hands, if you want to get some story.
As she carried herself better than any 9-year-old you might have ever seen, making her the topic and focus of the day, even as King Charles wore the crown. She had such poise in front of the cameras. She held her own and dazzled like a diva at every opportunity when the camera turned her way. While the spotlight could be daunting for even more seasoned royals, Charlotte was born with a natural confidence to navigate these situations. At the coronation, she was dressed in measured grandeur that didn't overshadow the importance of the event. Also, her appearance at the late Queen's funeral has been a topic for discussion in the media. The princess was wearing a black coat dress, black tights, black shoes, and a black flat-brimmed hat to the Queen's funeral. She also wore a diamond horseshoe brooch on her coat. She seemed primed and prepared for the occasion, like she had the perfect idea of the significance of the occasion. She carried herself in such solemn poise that drew some attention to maturity beyond her years on display. Also, she has been the subject of speculation and serious interest in the media since she appeared as one of the little brides at Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding in 2018. There is little to no doubt that every part of her life from infancy has been planned to give her a sense of the grand life of royalty while instilling a sense of responsibility and media training. All of these appearances only point to the makings of a future diplomat who may one day be needed as part of the monarch's press and public relations. Of course, Charlotte's family has influenced her. Prince William and Kate Middleton have demonstrated how to stay true and simple, even while being in the limelight. A more recent role model is her grandaunt, Princess Anne, who practiced hard work and a hands-on attitude when she was that young too. However, the thing about fame and class, especially when you are royal, is the media's scrutiny. When the little princess was 4 years old, she was on a charity boat sailing race, where her mother, Kate Middleton, and her father, the heir apparent, Prince William, faced off in an entertaining game. Charlotte watched on with the curiosity of a child and showed support from the stands. As expected, paparazzi were all around the place, with each one hoping for the clearest shot yet, something for the papers. While the paparazzi swung into action, a rather critical moment was captured when 4-year-old Princess Charlotte stuck out her tongue cheekily from the window where the prizes were to be awarded. Immediately, Kate saw this. She jumped right into mom mode and stopped her doing it again with what looked like a stern warning being issued to the 4-year-old at the time. While some saw it as the frailties of a child, others described it as the royal family condescending to her subjects, having raised a brat. Royal watchers and insiders have claimed that this incident became the turning point in Charlotte's life, where she had been forced to learn decorum quicker than you would expect any child to. Who would have thought that sticking a tongue out when a wave would have sufficed would help a 4-year-old grow up that quickly? However, her recent leaps in maturity after that incident show a sense of responsibility that she accumulated quicker than most children. What does the future hold for the royal family when the dominoes start to fall? A glimpse into the future of the royal family. As the princess grows and matures into a woman, speculations abound. While she is definitely third in line to the British throne, her recent displays of decorum and ability to navigate the media presence on her own seem to have set her up for a real chance at being Princess Royal, aside from being the first female child of the heir apparent Prince William. King Charles, just like the Princess Royal, Princess Anne, has inevitably grown older and older, with promises of an end coming to halt the existence of an illustrious royal life. When the inevitable happens, it is only the natural order of things that Prince William takes over the royal position as heir apparent, with Prince George becoming his heir. With Charlotte's training and the kind of promise that she already shows at her age, it would seem that the future of the British crown and the Commonwealth realms lies in capable hands. For such a young one, her future seems to be in discussion all the time, with royal insiders revealing that whether she becomes Princess Royal or not in the royal hierarchy plays a part in the future of Britain, and they can only see a better outcome with Charlotte at the reins. As a product of that environment, and with the strong belief and sense of responsibility she was groomed to guard, she is well poised to make sure the monarchy remains relevant, popular, and a unifying force to the nation and beyond for as long as the future holds. The prospects of the crown seem rosy in her hands as we consider the future of good old Britain. Do you think that there is a chance that she will become the Princess Royal? Is it possible that the reports on calming a horse could have been Princess Charlotte? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.